Yama's contracts, a primer. Now, this is obviously sprung up because of gnomonkey's video. Mod Goblin mentioned something in gnomonkey's chat on Twitch, and Mod Goblin was under the impression that it was already public knowledge. So he mistakenly revealed the information. Now, I've watched the gnomonkey video, and in a nutshell, I'll simplify it for you. Gnomonkey felt like it wasn't fair that we only got a little bit of information. He wanted more. But he failed to realize that the information we got wasn't what we were meant to get. So he felt quite entitled there. His other initial problem was that he feels that contracts are similar to Awakeners Alts, which they are similar, that's true. But his complaints about them linked majorly to a very small percentage of the game, which is the speedrunning community, where it's like, if we're not favoring the people that want to run, and we're talking speedrun times beyond combat achievements, beyond Grandmaster, right? A very small percentage of the community that it's the same story of gnomonkey. He misses the mark of what the player base needs and wants, and it comes out making him look silly. Gnomonkey math is a real thing. That's why he got chased out of RuneScape 3 as a creator and came to Oldschool Runescape, because he kept getting the math wrong. He's doing it again here. We see it all the time. But that basically sums up his video. He then used further examples that were like, well, with like speedrunning Inferno tasks, you've got to go through and push a bunch of Slayer tasks when people want to do speedruns. That's not for the common player. That's not for people going for Grandmaster. That's people going for like sub 45 minutes, sub 50 minute Infernos. It's just not. It's not a practical argument. His complaints, in my opinion, were very invalid. I did leave my thoughts in his comment section on the video. He's fully aware of it. It's no. I don't want people to come around thinking that this is drama or hate towards gnomonkey. This is my honest opinion, and that's what I give every creator no matter what. Gnomonkey tends to be a very vocal person in the community at the moment. He also tends to be fucking wrong about a lot of the shit he says, but that's content creation for you. You want to put a video out, you're more than welcome to be critiqued on it. So now we're going to talk about Yama's contracts, because that video sparked this post to come out early, because they said it wasn't going to come out till next week. Now it's coming out today. Yesterday, speculation about Yama's contracts is to hit an all-time high, because they want to be clear. They want to clear some bits up ahead of the release to make sure everybody's on the same page and understands exactly what these are and what they're for. What follows is a section from next Wednesday's blog. There may be some changes between now and then, but we think it covers most of the important bases. So, additionally, sharing this info now gives us the opportunity to answer any lingering questions that you might have in the next week's game update blog. So we're happy to hear what you've got to say, and we're aiming to address all these as we can. So, contracts are tradable agreements that you can bring to Yama, sign on the dotted line, and he'll show you a little more of his power in a more challenging fight, with some kind of guaranteed reward up for grabs if you prove successful. Guaranteed reward. Likely to be a cosmetic in terms. Think of it like, in my opinion, what that tells me, that means like if you do a 500 TOA deathless, you get the Fang kit. That's your guaranteed reward. Similar sort of logic. 350, you get the backpack, guaranteed reward. 425, you get the shield, whatever it is, the mana shield ornament kit, guaranteed reward. That's what I get from that. This means that upon obtaining a contract, you'll have to weigh up whether or not you think you can beat it in a single attempt, or play it safe and sell it to another player instead. To be clear, Yama in his base form is the intended experience, and is how the overwhelming majority of players will engage with the boss for most of the time they spend engaging with it. Contracts are an added layer of spice on top for players wanting to push themselves, but the encounter, its rewards, and time to complete are all built off of the base experience first and foremost. There are at least 7 bespoke contracts at the moment. Yama will show off more of his power regardless of what contract you've signed, but each bespoke contract should change the way that you approach the fight fundamentally, and each of them offers a different reward. This reward is fixed for each contract, and you'll know what's at stake before the fight even starts, meaning complete this version of the fight and you'll be able to walk away with this. They are not to make a fight slightly harder and unique, slightly more common kind of system, which is huge. Okay, that's big. That's what they were trying. That's what I was hoping would happen. That's what I figured would happen. That would make sense. Some people, I won't mention who, couldn't fucking think of the bigger picture and even fathom this idea, but it makes sense. Okay, so contract terms. Some of your restraints on Yama's strength will be removed. There you go. Some of the restraints on his strengths. If you succeed, you'll receive a bag of dicks. The kicker with contracts is that you'll have to take Yama down by yourself. This means no getting a friend to carry you, but more importantly, we wanted to steer clear of figuring out how to handle 2 players with the same contract. So, Yama is a duo boss, but contracts are solo. Once again, a certain someone didn't have the imagination to think of something very simple. I believe I even mentioned this. I'll have to find the footage. I think this is something I suggested. Contract solo, normal in teams. I'm pretty sure that's what I fucking said very briefly. That's a possibility. That's big. Do they do the fight once they get a reward each? Do they have to do the fight twice and risk failing it out of if one outperforms the other in the fight? Does it feel good that Irons need to have a specific contract to tackle stuff? You solo with a contract. I think this is the easiest path forward to avoid friends potentially having adverse interactions with each other while fighting what's supposed to be a fun boss. That's perfect. Perhaps we're wrong on this and we're open to adjust. I think this is fine. Thank you very much. I think this makes perfect sense because it removes like a lot of people while people are liking the group and doing content with like the Royal Titans, right? A lot of people aren't liking the whole. Sorry, this is the pizza boxes. Yes, I got pizza again. This is the whole, like, this defeats the argument of what about relying on people? You shouldn't have to rely on group content to succeed with things. You know, like people not wanting to rely on teammates for perfect top combat achievements, shit like that. Hey, dog, back the fuck up. Get out of here. Trying to eat damn pizza.
Come on, come out here.
Get your ass out of here, boy. So that's basically what that's removing. It's removing that bottleneck people don't like to see. So, and the fact that, I mean, it feels like, I believe, if I remember reading it correctly, the contracts are just giving you the extra unique reward that it's not necessarily buffing the drop table too, which means it's not going to be worth using contracts to farm the boss. With Wednesday's release, you'll be able to obtain contracts and see what the rewards are, but Yama has jumbled his terms illegibly. They'll be revealed when contracts are turned on. Right, sorry, okay. Right, so contracts won't be turned on yet, of course. Kind of like the Awakened bosses. Okay, I see. We're aiming to enable contracts fully next Friday, May 22nd, giving us time to fix any issues or bugs with the core fight of Yama. Okay, right. So you'll have about 10 days before contracts will be used. I see. And allow players time to stock up on them in advance so that any competitions for a world first aren't reliant on luck and being one of the first players with a specific contract. Big. Okay. The other benefit here is that you'll get Friday and the whole weekend to grind or watch the chaos unfold yourself, and some time to get to grips with the core mechanics of the fight, similar to the late activation of Awakened variants. Yeah, okay, that's dope. I like that. And I like that they're telling us this now, that's big. How do I get them? You'll obtain a good number of contracts from Yama himself. We expect that you'll passively accumulate a nice stash of them on your way to ticking off the collection log slots. Alternatively, you can target farm certain contracts with a lower intensity method if you're willing to help Yama out. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. Oh, would that be through the mining? Maybe, but willing to help out. So does this mean that there's going to be another? This can't be the mining, right? You can target farm certain contracts with a lower intensity method if you're willing to help Yama out. Maybe that's through the mining thing, right? I'm not sure. His demons have gotten lazy and could do with being kept on their toes. Chat with Yama to learn a little more about exactly how you can help him out. The long and short of it is that by killing demons, okay, in the Chasm of Fire in specific ways, you'll have the chance of getting contractors drop. Okay, that's pretty cool. To keep on the right track, Yama will display a glyph that indicates how he'd like you to dispatch of his slackers, perhaps as simple as kill it with magic or kill it while bound. More active methods of dealing with them result in better odds of contract drops. Okay. Sounds like mining will give currency specific to what you can use to buy them. No, it sounds like you go kill the demons in the Chasm of Fire for certain things. Target farm method is there for you if you're looking to chill out and stack up some contracts yourself, or if you've used up all your stash from Yama himself and still need a couple of attempts. That's pretty cool. It's worth noting that some contracts, particularly those with guaranteed tradable rewards, can only be obtained from Yama and won't be available for common Chasm cannon fodder. Okay, that's cool. So there's some tradable rewards, like maybe guaranteed, fuck, yeah. Maybe to get, like, surely not guaranteed oath plate. Not unless it's like a mega hard fucking drop. Yeah, okay. Okay. Added benefit here is that doing a demon slay task in the Chasm should be more appealing to players who want to sell contracts. I wonder if that works on Yama. Even if Yama is out of your reach for the time being, you'll still be able to benefit. On top of this, it's easy It's an easy lever for us to tweak and make more or less rare. That's perfect. Will the Slayer helmet work on Yama? That's the question. Guaranteed Oathplate with Julian, of course. One thing we will share is that the contracts for the cosmetic upgrade variant of Oathplate armor, Radiant Oathplate, can be obtained from these demons. We expect this means that they'll be in greater supply than Awakener's Orbs, and that trying your hand at these contracts shouldn't break the bank like the chase for the Sanguine Torva. While also being much more chill farm for irons than spending hundreds of hours taking on bosses. That's perfect. Like this is ticking a bunch of boxes. The system does share some similarities with Awakener's Orbs, but different in a number of ways. Contracts for cosmetics are target farmable and will likely end up much cheaper than orbs, while rarer contracts will guarantee some kind of trade or reward that will make them more than worth the initial cost. Meaning it does feel like they're okay. So these are going to be big contracts, hard. The contracts are going to be worth just as much, if not similar to how much it costs to get like an Oathplate piece. Or if you beat Yama normally, you can get those shards where you can mine and combine it. All right. That's what I would imagine is going to be. Hope not. Slayer Helm working on bosses is one of the worst additions to the game. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Slayer Helm working on bosses is big. I mean, unless it's a Slayer boss, of course. It is a big addition. But it makes sense why you wouldn't want that. Because it kind of... it just throws all helmets out the fucking window, right? It completely nulls the helmet spot. That's why I like at least with the Inferno, you got to finish the Inferno first. Then you can go for the Inferno with the Slayer Helmet. I think that's fair. And you got to do it at least once. But, like, I mean, that's why you have boss slayer tasks as well. Maybe you can get a Yama boss slayer task. That would be different and acceptable. I'm a little behind watching blog part. Fuck yes, contracts have been done solo. Yeah, I think that's big. We're really excited to see you push to your limits by some of these and can't wait to see all kinds of off-the-wall setup techniques you come up with to sit Yama back down on his big throne. All right. If you're not sure of contracts, you make sure to check out Oldschool Runescape category and Twitch or Kick once they're activated. Yeah, but I mean, or you come to the fucking king of fucking YouTube right there. Fucking that way you don't get adverts, you don't get fucking random weirdos spamming dumb shit in the chat like a bunch of incel and racism shit. And also, I've got a big dick, so that works too. Yama boss task would be cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, you can't get. Yeah, I mean, you might actually be able to. That makes sense. I think this system works great. This goes against everything gnomonkey was complaining about as well, which is awesome. It does support some of his arguments too with the Awakener's Orbs, of course. But it was more like, you know, Mod Goblin was like, yeah, it's a better system than Awakener's Orb. This, on paper, sounds like an excellent system. But gnomonkey was very like, yeah, we'll see, I don't know. You know, he's trying to dodge the baseball or whatever his example was, acronym, whatever the fucking the word is. This is a great blog. This is a great insight. It's been forced upon us. I was kind of looking forward to duo contracts. Maybe in the future they'll allow some sort of duo contract system. Who knows? Pretty sure he deleted your comment, by the way. No way. That's not fair. Surely not. Let's have a look. This is my comment here. No, it's still here. We're still in. We're still gaming. You should be able to see it. 52 likes. As it should be. As it should be. But yeah, I think look, everything aside, the contracts look great. Again, I want to reiterate. It's not. I'm not hating on gnomonkey. That's not what's going on here. Okay. But if you make yourself look silly, of course I'm going to tell you that. It doesn't matter who you are. I do it to everyone. So it's nothing. Let's not get wound up in the comment section about talking shit again. Guess what? You say something on the internet makes you look silly. You deserve to be criticized for it, or you're allowed to be at least. Contract system was great. I think this is awesome. I just pulled an Elder Maul, my third Elder Maul on the account, fourth Elder Maul overall. No fucking Tubo or Kodo I want. I don't want the Kodo, but we're going to go for the back-to-back. And we're going to do it with a smile on our face because I've got pizza. This is the easiest move in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.